electric vehicles and charging stations. Now, it is very important to understand that with the increasing sale of electric vehicle units, what we are definitely witnessing in India, the public infrastructure of charging stations needs to match that pace, so that when the consumers are using such facilities of electric vehicles, then they have the proper support of the infrastructure, the stations wherein the charging can happen. And in that spirit, many of the startups and even big players have come into play and to provide these public infrastructure. For instance, we have Charge Zone, a startup which is committed to provide public charging stations across highways and others. Other startups are Static is there. Then we have EKA Mobility is doing this. Electric Pay is doing this in Bengaluru. So the idea is to provide a dense charging infrastructure so that the EV vehicle users can avail these facilities and use the services of EV electric vehicle. We observed that even big players like Tata Power and Shell are also having a vision in this space and are committed to this space of providing public charging infrastructure. The thing here is important that now what we observe that most of these facilities are being concentrated in the big cities and needs to be dispersed across India, even to the remote areas. And so that is something to be seen, and also a proper matching of the kind of sales, the footprint of EV vehicle utility is to be mapped by corresponding public infrastructure charging stations. So that study is required and is definitely happening at the strategic level, wherein proper mapping happens of the kind of utility happening of electric vehicles and to be matched with the parallel provisions of public charging stations. One additional component is battery swapping points. So here these battery swapping stations are also something which helps replacing the battery so that the vehicle can be in a way effectively continue to function after their battery is getting changed. So here the interoperability is very important of these batteries wherein the batteries are swapped. So that also needs to be carefully considered on how the mix of the two is provided and the problem is solved. One important aspect is utilization. Utilization is very important. Currently, a few of these public charging stations, the public ones, are having very low utilization of 6 to 7%. So that needs to be taken care of because these are capital intensive products, and if the utilization doesn't come up proper, then the profitability will not come up, and that will not keep the model sustainable. So more and more EV footprint, more and more charging station and utilization shall follow. So that tagging is very important and needs to be carefully put in place in the strategy. Thank you.